River, the Thousand Islands region of upstate New York. That's why I like to go live, everybody, raw and real, and all the mistakes are left in. I just actually got done. I have a separate channel that's called The Island Life, and you can check that out. But that deals particularly with people who love life in, on, or around the water. They're really interested in the boating life, fishing, stunning scenery in a beautiful location such as this. But this channel here, I want to thank everybody who's already subscribed. We are building such a community of progress because I just get so immersed in seeing other people's potential. And I study this stuff all the time. I love it. I love creating content that has a positive impact on other people. And every once in a while, somebody leaves me a comment, sends me a message, calls me and says, Cliff, what you shared with me had such an impact on me. And I started doing these things and it changed my life forever. And boy, I'll tell you, that's worth $1 million to me. I am telling you, it means more than money. And you know what? We all need, I know motivation fades. And what hangs around really is dedication, standards, and discipline. But you know what? People do inspire me. People do motivate me. And but I know motivation is mostly self motivation, right? It's self-induced by us. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. But if you want to do it, you will already have the burning desire. Then the models out there for whatever you want to achieve is already out there that we can use. And I get excited about it. Why? Because I've done some of the things that I've seen. I put things into action and then I saw the results I got. And I said, holy shit, what else could I do? Right? What else could I accomplish? What else could I add into my habit force on a daily routine? What can I start doing that's just going to enhance my life for the better? Because I'm telling you, the exciting part is when we get better, when we become more, when we get more, it benefits everybody around us. It benefits our family. It benefits our friends, our acquaintances, anybody we work with. They get the benefit of our improvement. So although on its surface, it seems sort of selfish. Oh, you're so self-absorbed and, working on yourself. How about thinking about other people? Listen, when we get better, when we become more, when we get more even, everybody else benefits. The fact that I was able to have a little bit of success, everybody, that I was able to maintain this private island right here, Elm Tree Island, that my grandmother bought in the 1940s. Because I had enough success, that I made enough income that I could maintain this property, I can't tell you the amount of memories that I've created with my stepsons, my grandkids, some of my great friends who've flown out here from Los Angeles, lifelong friends, and we've come out here together and we've made such memories here on this private island. Sometimes we just sit here and look at stunning scenery in awe. And there's no greater joy than to share moments with other people. I know, I've talked to people now after going through a divorce. I talk to people who are, they're so happy that they're on their own. And I know that's important, that we don't need validation from other people. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I know people are jumping in and out of the shorts feed, which is why I like to go live on the vertical mode. But listen, yeah, we can actually survive just fine by ourselves, but we thrive in community. We thrive around other people. We do much better. And I know I thrive. Listen, I'm doing fine up here. I'm learning not to be lonely, but learning to be alone and appreciate nature, God, and everything it has to offer. And, the freedom to do what I want when I want. But I do hold such value when you have a partner, when you have a loving relationship with somebody that you share life with, it creates a deep richness of life. So as much as I'm learning from people who are self-sufficient, they learn to be by themselves and they're not lonely, they're just alone and they are comfortable with their own presence. So, I mean, that's a great thing. And I'm learning myself to do that. right? Through every adversity, there's an equal or greater opportunity if we'll just look for it. And for me now, that's growing. In tough times, we grow as people. It's during the challenges that we grow, right? A kite only rises because of the resistance. That can be an example for us. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I really appreciate you. I'm on my private island here. I just did an episode for the Island Life channel, but like, here's my little shed that's been here since the 70s, and I got a treadmill in here. I've got a dipping bar, and I've got pulleys, and I do my workout here on most days, and I do go to the mainland to a gym. But the island life is kind of weird during the summer. But it's very amazing. I doubt if that's proper English, but it's very amazing to live on a private island for the summer. And I only can live here for the summer, everybody, because this area in upstate New York, the St. Lawrence River. This area, I mean, it gets brutally cold. As a matter of fact, it was brutally cold this morning. For me, anyways, it was 39 degrees. And I think right now it's only about 48. But if there's no wind with bright sunlight, you can see I'm in a short sleeve shirt. And so, it's pretty comfortable right now. And it's probably not over 51, 52. And we're probably going to a high of 60 today. Thanks for checking in here, everybody. This is my channel. It's all personal growth, self-improvement, how we can get better every day in every way than we were yesterday. And what I do out here in the island is, it's actually a work in progress. You got to do a lot of weeding, and you got to mess around with a lot of things on the island. So it can be a labor of love. But one of those things is my new series, which is called The Island Life. And that's right. I film how I actually live day to day here on the island. And so it's been a lot of fun. I like doing those things. I mean, yeah, if the channel gets monetized, I'm going to like that. It'll be great. Have some income from that. But if I don't, it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyways because I like doing it. I like creating content and sharing it. And it's not a new thing for me. This is not new for me. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, if you're already a part of the family, I'm glad you're here and I'm going to thank you. Attitude of gratitude. But this is not new for me. When I was 16 years old, I loved taking my dad's Super 8 movie camera and making small movies, right? There was no editing software at the time. I had to edit on the go. And so I would create little movies and then take the film to be developed. And then a week to 10 days later, I would get the film back and then I would load it into a projector and show it to my family and friends and neighbors. But now I can turn on the camera and actually go live and create content that goes around the world. Yesterday, French red wine, somebody from France, there was somebody from Italy, then Germany. These are the countries. Somebody from India yesterday. And so I have to remind myself that, hey, I'm actually streaming live around the world. And so people ask me, where are you at? And so I forget, I'm not just broadcasting to the United States, I'm broadcasting around the world. Hey, never been a better time to be alive. Never been a better time to take advantage of the opportunities that we do have available to us today if we'll just use them. There's a tendency through our negative bias that our mind plays games on us to try to protect us. And sometimes we can't see the other side of the coin on the advancements that are happening in today's world, especially with AI. If you're like me, we don't like to be deceived by AI generated bullshit. We want real, authentic, raw, real content. And that's another reason why I like to go live because, I'm not reading from notes. I don't have a teleprompter. I'm here. I'm actually here on an island. It's live. It's not bullshit. And so I think, so the good side of the AI is it's very entertaining. And when they're not trying to hide it, when I know it's AI, when it's a dancing bear playing tennis, I like it, right? It's funny. But if someone's trying to deceive me, put words in somebody's mouth, maybe a politician or something else that, it's a lie, trying to get me to believe something that's not true, then hey, the truth will set you free. And so in a certain way, AI generated BS is forcing people to not only seek out, but create authentic, real content. And people more and more are wanting to connect with people on a real basis. Hey, even though we're doing this, on a device, the fact that I can connect with you from around the world is a really valuable thing. Of course, the best way to connect with other people is, sitting across from each other at the table, right, over a cup of coffee, looking at each other eye to eye, whatever we're doing, to look at each other eye to eye, deep in our soul, and to know and realize we're having a deep, connected conversation. That definitely has the highest amount of value. I think all of us know that, and the studies are there. There's been a Harvard study going on for 85 years on happiness. And yes, money moves the needle to a certain extent. Up to a certain amount of money, it does make a difference in our happiness and satisfaction. But above a certain amount, it doesn't do anything or hardly anything. What really matters at the end of life that we're all going to get to, and as you get older, you know you're closer. They found in that Harvard study that the most valuable thing is our relationships, and it doesn't have to be quantity. It's if you have 2 or 3 deep connected relationships, not surface level, that people at the end of their life, they were very satisfied and they valued those relationships and it carried them through to the end. Money played a part in the beginning or up to a certain amount, but after that, it was connection, relationships. And so, yeah, one on one is the best. But guess what? This is a way we can connect. Leave a comment, like, share, be part of this community of progress. I love studying. How can I do things that'll make my life more rich? And in the process, I affect somebody else in a positive way. Because I'll tell you what, I've gotten addicted to having a positive impact on other people. There's been no greater joy, really, even in as opposed to making money. Now, if you can do the same, which why not? You can. I got to acknowledge you since you're here. I want to go fishing. Absolutely. Let's go fishing. I'm in the United States, everybody. This isn't the US of A. Time changes everyone, and I'd rather be by myself, and you don't have to worry about anyone doing you wrong. That's so true. You know, but as opposed to worrying about somebody doing you wrong, being comfortable with your own company is okay. I used to think, oh my goodness, this is so wonderful. I should be sharing this with somebody else. I mean, that is a good thing. That is rich, but also, you know what? Being alone with ourselves and, you know, just appreciating our own presence is enough. And that's okay. And, you know, and the thing is, it's your choice, how you want to live your life. But hey, I appreciate you stopping in. Please subscribe to the channel. It's all positivity. It's all personal growth, self-improvement. If you're just joining in, I'm Cliff Yates. I'm in the US of A, everybody. I'm in the state of New York right now. And in the summertime, I live on a private island. This is it. Elm Tree Island. It's in the Thousand Island region of upstate New York. The St. Lawrence River has a New York side and a Canadian side because it runs northbound from Lake Ontario, past Montreal, Canada, and into the Atlantic Ocean. Can you hear that? That's peace and quiet, everybody. It's peace and quiet. It's solitude. You want to get in touch with nature. When you start observing nature and you start just watching nature, it fills your soul in a certain way. And you know what? You can find that wherever you are. If you're in the heart of New York City, take time out, get into Central Park, sit quietly amongst the trees, hear the birds. You can do that in the middle of New York City. You can get to Central Park and probably wherever you're at. You can either get to a body of water that you can get around, or you can probably get to a forest. There's a place where you can go off by yourself and meditate. Just be alone with your own thoughts. If you're a Christian like me, then guess what? Jesus used to do that. Many times it's even talked about in the Bible. Jesus would go off by himself, right, to be alone. He was meditating on thoughts. He was thinking about things. He was communing with the Father. But we can do that on a real basis with ourselves. Don't be afraid to be alone with your thoughts. And you know what? Start getting to the next level in your thinking. Think on purpose. Thinking causes everything. Thinking is the cause for every effect. Thinking by the Amish created these chairs, these wooden chairs, these Adirondack chairs. They were thoughts from the Amish, and they created and sold these chairs to me. They made some cash, and their woodworking is amazing. So thanks for checking into my channel. It's all self-improvement, personal growth, and subscribe. It's always going to be good stuff. I do 2 podcasts that are also filmed for the channel, and also the podcasts are available on iTunes, Apple, and Spotify, and all those places if you listen just to auditory stuff. But I study this stuff on how we can think differently. Thinking starts everything. Thinking is going to create emotions in us. It's going to create a vibration in us, and vibration is what magnetizes people and circumstances that get attracted to us. You heard of the law of attraction, right? The law of attraction is preceded by the law of vibration. Bob Proctor, who passed away, he was really a pioneer in the law of vibration for this, last couple generations. But of course, it's been there for generations. I'm distracted right now by 2 loons. They just took a dive. But be careful how busy you are doing things if you don't take time to be by yourself and enjoy your own company, or maybe the company of somebody else, or nature. I was so amazed this morning. I go, wow, I'm so happy that I've been busy today watching 2 loons fishing, swimming around the island. Really beauty. Take the time to see beauty in things. Give meaning and beauty to your life. And it's not bullshit. It's real stuff. Hey, I'm glad you're here, everybody. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. You're not going to be disappointed. It's all going to be positive content. I study a lot of the greats. When I say greats, a lot of the people who've been immersed in personal growth for the past 50, 60 years. Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, Lewis Howes, Ed Milet. These people, Arthur C. Brooks, who's a professor of happiness at Harvard, who has a sole mission of bringing people up and together. And isn't that a great mission to have? What do you do? What's your mission? To bring people up and together, right? Because in today's world where they're trying to divide all of us and have us have a lot of hate in our heart, what a better time to have a mission to bring people up and together. And it's no BS. So I have love for you, believe it or not, even if I haven't met you. But I will see you in the next video. I got to get busy. I'm creating a couple episodes for The Island Life. And if you haven't already, check out my channel, The Island Life. It's all about life on a private island. All right, everybody. I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for subscribing and joining.